You got to check the boxes when you're the face of the league. Yes, we know you got to have your signature shoe. You're going to be in commercials. You're going to have the highlights. You got to have the game. But you know what else you got to have? You got to be a role model, right? And things outside the lines matter. Now, if you go down the list of all the faces of the league in the history of the game, you look at Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Shaq, LeBron, Steph. What did they all have in common? While they was playing in the league, they all were family men. They all were married with kids. And if you think that don't play a role as far as the role model, this is facts. This is not something that I'm making. Hold on. But this is not something that I'm making up. Now, what happened to them after they retired? That's their business. But while they are playing or was playing, they were family men, married with kids.
Well, let's say this. First of all, let's be fair here. Here's what I mean by that. I get where you're coming from, and I understand that. And when you talk about being the face of the league, it's not just about your game on the court. It's about what you do off the court. I think that we ain't gonna get into anybody's business. We don't do that on this show.
No.
But what we will say is that sometimes you've had people in the modern era who've made mistakes because in the age of social media and beyond, fellas, they put too much of their business out there. They talk a little bit too much, and you letting people in to stuff that they don't need to be in. Ain't none of our damn business, okay? But when we were talking about Crown and Ant-Man, we would.
So you got Kendrick Perkins kind of saying that you need to be a family man to be the face of the NBA. And I've spoke on this on Free Game 89. I spoke on it. I said that, what people don't understand is that, being a bachelor in corporate America, they don't get as many promotions as a family man does. They want you to be married so they can have some sense of control over you. They use your family as leverage. So when you step out of line, they want to be able to control you. A bachelor don't have a care in the world. You know what I'm saying? So they, family men in corporate America tend to get more promotions, right? You see a lot of these CEOs be married. It's part of the program. It's part of the image, and it's part of them being able to control you. When you become the face of the NBA or face of a company, if you don't do what they want you to do, they want to be able to control you.